Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 6th of February 2020. I always say this, but it really is a pleasure to be with you today. No matter what happens in my life, whether I'm going through a good time or a bad time, the one constant I've got is the daily tarot reading and talking to you guys. And it's just this wonderful thread in my life. So I'm really genuinely happy to be with you today and that I get to do this reading for you. I'm using the Shadowscapes Tarot. Let's have a look at what these cards want you to be aware of today. On Thursday the 6th. So that card wants to be seen. While I shuffle the cards, what I do is I ask the cards, what is the day's energy about? And what's the practical application of that energy? So I can make the most of the day. Okay. We've got the King of Pentacles, a court card. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, minor arcana, and the same suit here, Pentacles, Pentacles. And then we have the Five of Cups. Okay. Let's have a look at what this means. The King of Pentacles he has transformed himself partially into a tree, and he's kind of grown into the tree. He is at one with the element of earth. He's got this huge sun above his head. So the pentacle isn't so much about work and money and health and daily routine and what your life looks like and what you want it to look like. It seems in this deck more like a halo, an aura of enlightenment. So he has this amazing connection with the earth, the dragons. He can send those out and they can tell him whatever he needs. He's got his own food there. He can live in this tree and he's universally connected. He's literally nourished by the earth. The pulse of the world kind of goes through him. And then he's also nourished by the spiritual world. It's lovely because I've never seen a King of Pentacles who kind of straddles the elements that way. Because in astrology, it's interesting. All of the earth signs like Virgo and Taurus, they all oppose water signs. So Scorpio and Pisces, Cancer. So once you've mastered the element of Pentacles, like he has, the next thing you'd go for is water, isn't it? Once you've mastered finances and money and all of those things, then a lot of people who are very earthy then open up and look at spirituality. Unfortunately, that's backwards, because if you do spirituality first, it tells you how to get into a wonderful position in your life, and then you get that wake-up call. If you work, just trying to do it yourself, you test different things that don't work for you, and eventually you may get lucky and hit something that you really like, that you didn't know you really liked, and you thrive in it, and then money is no longer a problem, and then you can start looking at what it all means and the luxuries. It is a luxury for us to be so stable and consistent in life that we can say, okay, what am I doing spiritually? I always mention this, but Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we all have needs as human beings. So first is shelter and food, and then the next level up is friendship and connection with other people. Then it's work that's fulfilling. Then it's love and romance and all of those things. The very top is spirituality. So I like seeing a King of Pentacles who is a medium as such, because he's got this light of the sun identity. He's so strong in what he knows himself to be. He truly, truly understands every fiber of his being. He's completely in touch with his physical self, but he empowers it. The sun is the center of our solar system. So it's boom, this is a powerful body, but he also defers to what's above him, so to speak. So this thing that lights up something that's outside of him, and that when it falls down a bit, enlightens him. The Nine of Pentacles is a woman who has mastered the art of playing the piano, and we've got a stained glass window there. Someone had to enable that. Someone had to build this little shrine with the tree and the stained glass window and put the seashell there so she could sit at the piano. Someone had to buy the piano. It's been there a long time, a tree is growing out of it. But for her to be able to play the piano, again, what I'm getting is that's very privileged, you know, to take piano lessons and to have the time to learn an instrument, which I would recommend to anybody. If you've got even a tiny bit of an ear or you can sing, please use it. Normal people, well, people like me who have no singing talent whatsoever, I admire it so much in people. It's like with some people who really put their all into it, you can see it's like their body is their instrument. It's so wonderful. So first of all, what I'm getting is that this is a luxurious day in the sense that everything is solid, it's constant, it's consistent. You're connected, you understand what's going on, you're abundant, you're prosperous, you feel strong, you feel good, you feel symmetrical, as in you feel balanced, perfect go-between between the spiritual world and the physical world. And that's it really, because when water and earth meet, that's when music and magic happens. It's when the creative spiritual is channeled into some sort of creative format that you're able to really excel. And music is, what did Shakespeare say? Let music be the food of love, something. If I know anything about me, and at this point I do, I will have got the quote wrong. So that's why I have wonderful subscribers who can correct me and put the quote properly down below. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. But the point is that it's a magical experience. You know, with music, you don't need to be intellectual, or you don't need to be able. That's why teenagers love music so much, and that's why they identify with it so much, because they don't have the vocab yet to express their feelings, and the music does it for them. It's an emotional experience. Finally, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a beautiful young woman, and she's on this little island here, and all around her is this watery, loving, spiritual, water elemental fairy energy. And she's holding a goldfish bowl with a goldfish in it, and I'm assuming that she's going to release the goldfish bowl. I love this because usually the Five of Cups is a perspective card. You know, you can either look at things in a negative way, I'm stuck on this island, how am I going to get anywhere? Or you can look at it in a positive way and say, wow, look, for some reason these goldfish are here. I have landed, lucky fish, I'm going to release them back to their mothers, the water fairies who look after them when they're in the water. That's a nice thought, isn't it? That each human being and each animal, each fish, each ant has its spiritual equivalent. And it does do. We all do have our spiritual equivalent that looks after us and takes care of us. So if a goldfish gets this much care and love from the universe, then again, remember, look at the sun and think of the sun and what a miracle that is. And it's a giant fuel bomb that's going off all the time, and it's been going for billions of years. It's heat and warmth in a universe that's infinite and freezing. So all of what I'm getting is luxuries, miracles, having the time and the energy and the space and the presence of mind to be able to look at things in a positive way. Yes, if she releases the goldfish, it's not going to make a difference to her situation, but it just so happens that this goldfish, look, is flying above the water. I'm making this up now as I go along. It's flying above, it's flying. The water's there and it's in the air. And it's whispering to her, actually, before I go back into the water, this is the way you can fly off the island and get back to where you belong. And it's this magical vortex that they're all in, the water fairies, her fairy that protects her, and between them this magical exchange of information occurs. And because she did a good deed, the goldfish does a good deed back. She releases all of his friends and sisters and brothers. They're free, and so is she. The one thing to warn you about is your attitude and your perspective. If you're woe is me, I've been hard done by, life hates me, and I don't even want to say these words because they vibrate, and I'm not being new agey over the top there. I don't even want to say those words because they put a vibration out there that I don't want. So look at the positives and say, and I love how they've created this whole story in this deck. I mean, instead of having this, 2 cups are empty or 3 cups are empty, I've lost so much, 2 cups are still full, do I either look at the 2 full cups that I've still got, or do I look at all of the things that I've lost? You try and look at the things that are full because we try and keep going in life, right? That's the only option. So in this deck, they've created this wonderful story about if you have the magical right perspective, miracles can happen internally. They can liberate you from your own little patch of land, and you can fly and master the element of air, and water kind of lift you there as well. So the water and the air supports you. That's thinking, that's feeling, that's spirituality, that's creativity. That goes back to the King of Pentacles, who is reaching out to spirituality, remember, because he's mastered the element of Pentacles. So him reaching out and her doing her bit and then flying around, visiting to the king, waving at him. Hooray, love you. We get a result like this. When love and creativity and spirituality and the masculine and confidence and building and creating and being practical and being able to put one brick on another, or to put one string next to the other and to tune a physical instrument like a piano, it takes someone who is skilled. And someone who is skilled is only going to be able to work at something magical like this if he experiences a touch of magic in himself. He could be a plumber, he could go fix people's drains, but he has been, because he's striving for something bigger and a more amazing, and this is the example that I'm coming up with, because he's striving towards that magical thing and he's always had a thing for music, it soothes his soul. Music is important today. I'm getting that. Listen to music. It will inspire you. It won't suck you down. The perspective thing, you're not going to listen to all by myself. You're not going to do that one. You're going to listen to upbeat, good music that will say, I've got the world at my feet today. Emotionally, I'm connected to what I want. I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling positive. I know I'm protected and guarded. Other people create wonderful spaces for me in which I can thrive. I am eternally practical. I'm connected to planet Earth. I'm connected to myself. But because I'm connected to my feelings and my true self doesn't mean that I lose anything on planet Earth. I just take on a different form. So if you think of it that way, the woman, she becomes, by going through this halo filter, she becomes a man and is reborn out of the earth and breaks free of the trunk and then goes and builds her piano, whatever it may be. So because there's a touch of magic in the air, the things that you put your hands on, so to speak, or so anything that you're involved with, you can add a touch of magic. And you do it, no one else. This is a very personal inward day. Both earth and water are feminine elements. It's about receiving, it's about looking inward, and it's about playing something for your soul. Spiritual nourishment, genuine spiritual nourishment is available to you when you express that through art, through music, through singing, through speaking, through dancing, through being. You create magic for other people, you touch other people's lives, and it comes full circle. Those people then touch other people's lives, and again, and around, and that's why magic exists. Because someone somewhere listened to a song and cried. Have a wonderful day. Let's look at the numbers before I go. The king is a court card, so that's 1, and 9 is 10. 10 and 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is a temporary window of opportunity opening up, and it allows you to have this amazing connection and this meeting of the earth with the divine, spiritual, musical, creative. They come together today. They're perfectly balanced, and you can create something amazing. If you're a writer, if you're the next Gershwin, you need to write your symphony today. If you're the next Truman Capote, do your investigative journalism novel today. If you are a diarist, publish excerpts. Where are all the great people at the moment? Where are they? Where are the thinkers and where is, like, for Shakespeare, and where is Truman Capote and Virginia Woolf and all these genius people? It's up to us now to be the geniuses because the other ones have gone and passed. So the thing is, the trick is, you've got to realize that life is always going to be messy and you're always going to have problems. So if you want to create something that is wonderful and that expresses that magical feeling you have within that you want to share with the world, you've got to do that despite all of the other stuff that's going on. She's playing the piano right now, but she was queuing at the post office before, and when she gets off the shelf, she'll be limping to her doctor. You know, you've got to rise above your circumstances, and today allows you to do that and to create magic. And seize that opportunity. If it seems risky, do it. Especially if it seems risky, because then the greater the chance is. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. You can order your personal reading with me on there. If you like these videos, then please click the subscribe button and join our wonderful little community here. Best people ever. If you have any questions, as well, talk to each other. You can. It's amazing. And also share the video online, please. That would be very generous of you, so we can keep growing as a channel. I hope you have a really amazing day here. It seems marvelous. It really does. Full of marvels, literally. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.